Hi everyone, this is Mr. Silva, and this is the recording for Keyboarding Day 4 for Computer Applications and Business 1. In the last lesson, we talked about the top row keys, and we also talked about the importance of stretching to reach our fingers into those proper locations. Again, our standard here is that we'll use proper keyboarding while keeping the fingers on home row keys. These are all of the assessments for this unit. This slide will be in every presentation during this unit to remind you of what will be due during this unit. Here once again is the schedule for this unit. This lesson is for week 1, day 4. The bottom row keys are unique because there are only 7 letters in the bottom row, and there are 3 symbols, and then there are 2 shift keys. So this is a little bit of a change from what we're used to. The bottom row fingers and the finger alignments go like this. On the left hand, the left pinky will reach from the A to the Z. The left ring finger will reach from the S to the X. The left middle finger will reach from the D to the C, and the left pointer or index finger will reach from F to V, and it will also reach over to B. On the right hand, the right pinky will reach from the semicolon down to the forward slash. The right ring finger will reach from L down to the period. The right middle finger will reach from the K to the comma. And then the right pointer or right index finger will reach from the J down to the N and to the M. As with the top row keys, we have a little bit of a situation with our index fingers. The index fingers on both sides of left and right will reach from home row and are responsible for reaching 2 different keys depending on what's needed. The left pointer finger will hit the V and the B keys, while the right pointer finger will hit the N and the M keys. It's important that we also talk about the shift key so that we can make capital letters at this point. You don't have to hit caps lock to make all of the letters caps. Remember, if you only need one letter in caps, then you need to just use the shift key instead. Your pinky fingers are responsible for hitting the shift keys. But please note, when you use the shift key, if the key that you want to be in capitals needs to be you would type it with the left hand, you would use your right pinky to hold down the shift key. And the same goes for the opposite. If the key that you want to type for capital is and you type it with your right hand, you would use the left pinky to hold down the shift key. It's the opposite. So if I wanted to type the letter A, I would not use the pinky that is responsible for typing A and have it hit shift at the same time. It just wouldn't work. So if I wanted to type a capital A, I would have to hold the shift key down with my right pinky and then use my left pinky to hit the A like normal. This also applies to symbols, and it's a little interesting fact that the symbol on the bottom is what would be typed if you did not hold down the shift key, but the symbol on the top of the key with the symbol is what would be typed if you held down the shift. So if you take a look at the comma key, the comma is at the bottom, so that means that if you just typed it without using the shift key, it would generate a comma. But if you held down the shift key, you would get the little caret bracket symbol. Typing the bottom row is probably the weirdest to type, and in my opinion, it's probably my least favorite, but some people may disagree. Especially because you have to kind of go back a little bit for the J to the M, but it all depends on what you like to type. Practice key here to make sure your fingers can stretch into those positions, and don't be a little discouraged if it feels awkward at first. As usual, we start at home row, and then we move our fingers to the appropriate spots. Your left hand is responsible for hitting Z, X, C, V, and B. And your right hand is responsible for hitting the forward slash, the period, the comma, the M, and the end. At this time, I would tell students to open either up a blank Word document or a blank Notepad file and start typing using all 3 rows. Remember, just try looking at the screen. It's how you build accuracy and speed. And again, it's okay to look at the keyboard at first, but as you go along, you should start transitioning to viewing just the screen only. At this time, I would tell students to go ahead and complete Lab 4, Lab K4. This lab, it combines all of the keys in the end, but there's an emphasis on the bottom row keys as well. If you have any questions, please let me know. And if you need this sheet, you may pick it up from me at any time. If you have any questions, please contact me at asilva@stluciecharter.org.